What is up, everybody? It's ADB95. This is take 2. And I have herpderp here with me.
Second time's the charm, they say.
I know. We had a little recording problem when thankfully we caught it before we started the game. But here we are finally with the last game of the season, Bogus versus JackZ. We're gonna find out tonight which one is the last qualified player from Group A and in the playoffs. We're gonna go play on one-way system. We had so many problems with Group A, but we're finally getting to wrap it up. So, herpderp, wanna read the lineups for me?
Sure. So we have Bogus to start the player one spot. He has a paratrooper, a grenadier, engineer, medic, and another paratrooper to round things out. Then JackZ in the player two slot with a paratrooper, grenadier, medic, and 2 engineers to finish it out. And no scouts in the first game.
Fair enough, because it's one-way system. This is definitely, and we're gonna talk about the ranking situation because it's complicated, to put it simply. But it's one of those, like, we have one-way system and pig in hell, and it's not the kind of combo you were waiting for when your opponent needs to win 2-0, which is the case of Bogus. Bogus needs to win 2-0 to make it to the playoffs. Actually, that's not even enough. He needs to win 2-0 with a decent enough score that he can get to second place with. We're not going to get too much into the details, but we're going to eventually explain if it does happen. That's the gist of it. And Bogus is going first. There's actually 3 players involved in this, not just Bogus and JackZ, but there's a few combinations where Crypto, who is another player of Group A, could go through depending on the result of this match. So it's super weird.
It's kind of all up for grabs with this one last match.
And Bogus is starting here with a pretty good bazooka. Almost managed to halve the health of the enemy medic. I'm assuming that JackZ will go for the... how are they called? Guided missile. In the middle of the map, he's going to use a jetpack. There is a jump that you can do, but I guess JackZ doesn't want to do any bullshit.
I don't blame him. You don't want to leave anything to chance in this last game. Especially when you have a chance to make it.
No, sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying, especially when you got a chance at making it into the playoffs, you don't want to leave anything on the table in this last game.
Yeah. I will say, JackZ can qualify if he wins one round, but again, it will depend on the score. Let's just put it simply like this. Bogus needs to win 2-0, and JackZ needs to either draw or win the game to be 100% sure that he will be the second qualified player of Group A behind JackZ, which would actually be a double for the Italian team.
That's true.
But interesting positioning here for Bogus' Grenadier. I don't think that cluster is going to reach, and it will, because I'm an idiot.
Oh, that's almost a perfect cluster too.
I saw a 10 in there.
103. Oh, not 103. 98. 98.
98. I completely missed where this guy took damage before, but...
He did not take any damage. That's with one cluster grenade.
I was going to say, interesting positioning here for Bogus. But I think it was a right choice, because this Grenadier was going to be dead anyway in this turn if JackZ makes this cluster, which he does.
Yep.
So he just positioned himself there to make sure that he was going to get the cluster right on the enemy Grenadier. Which is a very good play.
Yeah, but that does leave Bogus with the kind of failed opportunity, since he doesn't have any poison gas. He can't get the free turn now.
And as you can see, Grenadier with 22 health is standing in a very dangerous position, but like I said, the main thing of this map is that you don't have a lot of safe spots. Like, pretty much 80% of the map is dangerous wherever you are. But when you're a low health, it kind of doesn't matter, because you're gonna die anyway if you get a hit.
Yeah, low health pigs are especially hard to deal with on this map because deciding when you want to deal that little bit of damage and use a whole turn is very difficult.
Yeah, it's weird to say, but it's almost like it's easier to control for you, like a pig with low health, and it's harder for the enemy to control them.
Yes, because you don't have any bonus weapons, and dealing a little bit of damage for a whole turn is not worth it most of the time. But on this map, you can deal hundreds of damage or do no damage.
And it's kind
Depending
of
on the
hard to
position.
keep track of who is winning in this map. It's very hard for me.
And JackZ went with the heal. Good job.
Gets the 41, gets him out of poison range, which is important, although there's no scout, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But what do you do now? Because you do have a target, but you got to get back around to him. And do you want to body block? Because he's in a precarious position himself.
Where's the enemy medic again?
Yeah, he's on the other side, I think. I think he's still
Huh.
on the other side of the hill and hasn't come over yet.
So basically, he's saying, Bogus, you need to come here.
Yeah, he has the time to get there, but he doesn't have much to do once he does it.
Interesting that they put the medic in the same position? No, because Bogus went first, which means that it was actually just one spot. But it ended up like they were going one after each other, so that's the point.
So you have to heal him so you don't lose that turn, but who do you tranquilize then? Because you don't have 3 pigs in one spot.
Definitely need to be quick about this.
This doesn't stop the timer for more than a second. You gotta
If he
get
if
away.
he had been faster, he could have tranquilized literally anyone else because... Oh!
No!
He went for the 180 no-scope, I suppose, but that didn't work so well for him.
Just scraped by him.
I was just gonna say he could have tranquilized literally anyone because the medic of JackZ had just taken his turn, so he wouldn't have been able to like heal anyone.
Yeah. But
Oof, that's a pretty big turn here.
oh, almost lies down.
Now the question is, what does Jack do here?
Ooh, it's going for a shrapnel.
Like I would argue that 2 enemies versus 1 of yours is always worth targeting because it's basically the same as dealing damage to just 1 enemy and nothing else. Like mathematically. Ooh.
Does detonate the barrel though.
Oh!
Ooh, how in the world did that happen?
Oh, and the medic got no damage?
That's what I'm asking.
For real?
Yeah. How did he not take damage?
I think that's
But
how
he was
I think how it happens is you know that damage in this game works in a straight line, right? So
Yes.
the Grey Pig was in the middle of the barrel and JackZ's pig, so he actually shielded his enemy.
Oh my gosh. I know that wasn't planned, but that was beautiful.
He managed to like deal 23 plus, if I saw it correctly, a 20 and a 25. That's an instant death.
That's surprising. We've seen that happen in practice, but did not
Exactly.
expect
That's
it to
pretty
happen
weird.
here.
And although that guy was not on really high health, but it's still one
Saved
thing
him time.
less taken care of, and that's a double kill for Bogus.
Oh, but this guy's still on full health.
So it's right now 4v3. And this is a pretty dangerous position for this paratrooper, but JackZ has to play his cards right. I know he isn't super confident with TNTs.
Yeah, but that looks good to me. Should be. I want to say that's at least 70, maybe even 80 damage.
Let's see. I think it's a pretty good positioning for where he falls in the water. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's gonna have to swim back to that side, and if he doesn't get one of the pixels, which saves him... Ah, it's so frustrating when that happens. That took away at least 20 damage from the paratrooper.
At least. But he does still have this going on with the medic here, where he can't really aim at the medic with any of his bazooka or jetpacks.
If JackZ gets to play his medic first, he can tranquilize one of them so they cannot move, and then make a massacre happen in there.
Yeah, it could be really devastating.
And I
Wow.
think with the way things are going, JackZ will have to do it to get back into the game. This could be very dangerous. This bazooka is actually crucial for the game.
Oh,
Oof, it is a good shot, but not the right direction of the knockback. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If he now tranquilizes the sapper, he can then destroy both of them.
Yes, but he has to give himself a decent position so the medic.
But I
can't be
wonder
killed.
if he will think about it, or if he will just play the safer choice and tranquilize the medic.
I think he is going to. I think he's going to keep the body block. Oh no.
Just need a little bit of forward thinking. You just need to think about not just now, but next turn as well. But yeah, unfortunately, that's a pretty big missed opportunity for Bogus. Not for Bogus, for JackZ. As like we said, this guy was going to be next. And if he had skipped, then JackZ's sapper would have been able to possibly kill both of them.
Oh yeah, that would have been potential double kill because the water's right next to them in that spot. And that could be JackZ's medic down, too.
I don't think so. That TNT looks like it's going to put him on the shore right there.
It could.
Unless the knockback is enough to put him in the water, that's also self-damage. Yep.
Oh yeah, 13 damage.
And now, what do you do if you're in JackZ's position? I would go for the paratrooper, actually. Or for that other paratrooper right there.
Yeah, I would go for that paratrooper and try and get him next to that sapper.
You need to deal with that 130 now. You maybe get a lucky kill.
I don't think about that corner. Like, because you could get him in that water over there and potentially get 100.
Or maybe just in the middle. That's also a fair choice. I don't think it's enough to kill 130. Unless you get like a perfect spot and perfect turnaround. But
we've seen crazier happen.
that is true. We had probably one of the craziest games in the season, in this very map, in this very group, with Crypto and Fab as the protagonists.
That's not a bad position, though.
Yep, 99 damage in total.
Turn.
Oh, I completely forgot that this guy was here with 150 health.
Yeah, he's still full. But he only has 2 TNTs left. Has to use them to the most opportunity.
Yeah, but the thing is, TNTs are pretty easy to use in this map. And now that the medic has skipped his turn, there's no reason for JackZ to not hit him.
You gotta take him out, but
be careful, it could
optimize
actually...
on that damage.
Be careful, that could backfire.
Oh, don't go to that corner.
I'm actually afraid he's gonna end up in the middle.
I think he's gonna bounce off.
Okay, no, unless he... No, he's dead. He's dead. 100% dead.
So now it's a 3v3, but...
Exactly, but...
Yeah, Bogus' medic is almost guaranteed to die now.
JackZ's medic?
Oh, yeah, JackZ.
I think
Bogus'
Bogus' paratrooper is also very easy to kill next turn, but...
he's on
Is he
31.
alive?
He's alive.
Oh my
He landed
god.
up
How
there.
the... What? I didn't even know the jetpack had so much knockback to make him go up there.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Wow.
But you kind of ruined yourself here, because he can't get back without taking water damage, but he also can only be hit by grenades now.
True. Oh, that's another potential kill.
He's dead. Oh, maybe not. We'll
Wow,
survive
that bounce was pretty lucky.
Ooh,
Is it
and
his
12
turn?
HP.
It's his turn. And he will need to make a run for it and put a TNT under somebody. I'm gonna
think
guess
it's time
that
to take
sapper.
out that sapper.
Yeah,
Gotta do damage still.
gotta do that damage. And if I was Bogus, I would immediately go for that 150 in my next turn. Because...
Yeah, he's in that corner. You could potentially get an instant kill on him if you get him in the right spot. Let's
see here. Again, I don't think it's going to be a kill, and so many pigs on low health is gonna cost for... is gonna cost the... gonna be costly for JackZ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely not a kill.
What?
Where is he? Okay.
What the what is happening in this game?
I don't know anymore. The pigs have completely lost their mind. They're walking on the air.
Okay, so let's just say this. You have a bazooka, but you absolutely need to take that pig, to like exploit that pig's position. I would just go there and use the cattle prod.
Yeah. But he
Oh
does
no,
take
that's self-damage!
out...
That's self-damage,
my
and
God.
that's important. Very important, because that guy is now below 50.
Is he? I thought he had 56. Oh, yeah. That's doy.
That
Don't
wasn't
listen to me,
perfectly
though.
framed.
Oh, but
what
we'd
do
have
you
to make
do
the jump
here?
out.
Do you try to go for the double with the less TNT? I think that would be smart, but then it's very hard to not position yourself in a dangerous way.
Yeah, this kind of the safer bet, because you know the paratrooper can't take you out this next turn.
You cannot actually go for a double, because where would you place the TNT to do it?
And you'd almost have to place it on the Sabbath's
Oh
head.
no!
And that's not gonna reach.
That's pretty big. And he also
Yeah,
manages
the
to
Sabbath
stay
is out.
above 50. This is getting pretty tense, and for Bogus, this is not that bad, because if I remember correctly, he needs like a total of 6 pigs alive to make it between the 2 games, if he wins 2-0, of course. So
But
if
this isn't... I don't know about this shrapnel grenade, because this could end up killing his own guy.
Yeah, but what else would you do? I don't think you have time to make the jump, and the TNT would also kill him.
Doesn't get that.
In Bogus' situation, this move makes sense. As weird
Yeah.
as that sounds.
And you have to... Oh, I want to go back down there.
Yeah, and JackZ is playing the
I
body
guess I
block
could-
game, of course.
Gotta get the power just right, though.
Let's go for it. That seems pretty right. He gets a 50.
Forward. Play into a 2v1. And he
It's
still
getting
has the
pretty
health,
tense
but-
because it's now 1 pig on 150 versus a 52 and an 11, but the body block is also pretty dang... Oh no, 120, not 150.
120 is still a lot of health to take
I think
care
I
of.
would go for the bazooka, because my guy's on 52, he can survive it. It's still 2 turns for the enemy to kill my pigs. I need to
Yeah,
get...
and if he gets in the water, that could potentially hurt it in his side. Oh, but that's too much power.
But it is the correct move from Bogus' perspective, because
Oh,
he needs to
yes.
take damage. He needs to get damage out.
And I would, yeah, take care of the engineer, get rid of the shrapnel.
Of
grenades,
course,
so
of
you
course.
can't.
Like, just put yourself in a position where you cannot be dealt 94 damage in the next turn. And I think that's good enough. I don't think there's any way for Bogus now to take this back. That was very well played. I don't know about you, herpderp, but I'm really liking this new spawns in one-way system.
Yeah, they seem to be working out very well and making matches a lot more fair in terms of spawn.
We haven't seen this new map in action on 30 seconds, and that's very interesting, but so far, it definitely is so much better than the previous one-way system spawns.
Yes, we don't have 3 or 4 pigs in one spot that can be killed instantly anymore, thankfully.
But JackZ is now in front, and unless something crazy happens, this move means that Bogus is out of Hogs War League 2022. Not Hogs War League, Grunt League 2022.
But he did put up a very good fight.
Yeah, he did put up a very good fight. We did get the crazy knockback, and JackZ wins game 1 on one-way system. And, well, what else is there to say? That was pretty intense.
A lot of crazy things happening, all the way to the end with that knockback.
Oh, and it's not often that you see such a high score because there's no poison kills. But anyway, we're gonna see you guys on Pig in Hell. And we're back in game 2. So like we said, with the current result, Bogus is unfortunately out of the playoff qualification because of a weird... Well, not weird. It actually makes sense, but, you know, it's complicated. So we're just gonna move to the next game. We got Bogus with a medic paratrooper, sapper grenadier sapper, which is a different lineup on Pig in Hell, I would say.
Yeah, it was strange that the Grenadier starting in 4th position.
Yeah, like we say that often that the medic putting the medic low on the lineup is a bait, but I never seen the Grenadier used like that. Well, for example, you can see JackZ is going for a pretty standard lineup. Grenadier in first, medic in second, engineer, paratrooper, and scout. When it comes to basic maps, the only real question is, do I bring 2 NGs or do I bring a paratrooper instead? That's really the only question that most players ask themselves when going for maps like Pig in Hell, I guess Graveyard Shift to a level.
Yeah. Pig in Hell is the most basic map, and we need to get JackZ to start.
Yep. Need to wait for JackZ to start first.
I guess in a way, thankfully, we did save the Grunt League from the horrors of playing on Playpan and Duvet Fun.
I know. And
But there we go.
There's other maps that didn't work in the original Hogs because, of course, the map was not designed to be played in competitive. We just came up with that idea 20 years after the actual release of Hogs of War. So it's not like we blame anyone for that. But you know, we have the tools to make changes. So, well, Pin actually does. We don't.
Let's say by we mean he.
Exactly. But yeah, that's also a pretty standard move that we see JackZ starting with on Pig in Hell. Grenadier body blocking someone and hitting the other Grenadier.
Seems to work out. The Grenadier is almost always next to one of his allies.
Wow, that wall, like at the end of the map there, is pretty weird.
I've never really noticed that. That is just a strange
right?
wall.
I wouldn't think it was Pig in Hell if I wasn't looking at it.
Yeah, that's really strange.
My god, it's so weird.
It's just straight up, yeah.
And it's also a bit darker than the other terrain, so it's very weird.
Yeah, it's like one of those unused maps. I can't even remember the name of it, but Pin did a video on it. I think the video was just called like Party Island.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, and I expect that an unused map, but in Pig in Hell, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. So like you can see, we have Bogus replying with a pretty standard move, which is, well, of course he got a 20 on his own Grenadier to heal, and then the MOMA, the medic on medic action, as we are starting to call it.
Kind of unofficially announced that's what it's called now.
Yeah, AxeBy94 came up with the name, and then one day I was like, let's just make it an acronym, and then everyone, for some reason, agreed with me.
Yeah, it's just much easier to say. And another body block. Paratrooper on paratrooper action going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a game of body blocks, it seems.
Alright. Oh, only a 19.
Now, it is very possible, still, that Bogus wins both of the next games and actually knocks JackZ out, because Crypto is still in the game too. He needs a specific result from this game, and so JackZ is not qualified yet. He will need to win the actual game.
Yeah, he still has to play at his top peak, while Bogus, I guess, can kind of play it more casually.
Yeah. Which does play well for JackZ, I suppose, but who knows, maybe Bogus will actually try hard. Just for the fun of it.
I don't know why. I guess he's going for the poison, but...
I suppose that's a weird move to pull off. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but in a way, I can't blame him because he will get a free turn. But you could have got a lot more damage on anyone
I
else.
suppose in Pig in Hell, sappers are always the ones to stay the longest.
Yeah, with the 150 health, it's kind of hard to take them out.
And that Grenadier can't be saved by the medic either, because as soon as the scout is, JackZ's scout takes his turn, he will be poisoned, and then he will be next.
Yeah, I guess the thing to aim for here would be try to land this Grenadier next to him to knock him out of poison range.
The thing is, I think going with a Grenadier first is always better than going medic first, but the biggest problem with that is that you are subjectable, like you're very in poison danger when you do that.
Yeah.
And JackZ is just exactly banking on it. I mean, it wouldn't make sense anyway in another case to just go with a blatant shotgun, which is not something you use on your first turn of the sapper.
But what's this?
Okay, never mind. That's a miss,
No damage.
first of all. It's funny because, exactly as I was saying it, he's definitely going for the poison. No, he's not.
No. Now I'm really confused with what he's doing because he's not going to have enough time to do another jetpack.
No, it's not lag, JackZ. It's not lag.
Yeah, the pig's just walking slowly.
The pig is just taking his sweet time going back. Should be
Bad
on 6.
position.
I will say, that was a weird move.
Yeah, so he's not going for the poison apparently.
At this point, I guess, he was going for... He went for the shotgun just to have a better shot at killing the Grenadier.
I see that, but he could have just used the TNT to take him out right there too.
I think he
Or
changed
he
his
would've had
mind
about
halfway
5.
through. But if you think about it, when the paratrooper could have killed him when he was on 55, even.
Yeah, or 45 seconds, you could use all 3 jetpacks and do something else.
And also used 2 jetpacks to take out a 25 pig, which is not ideal, I would say.
No, that would have been just an easy enough poison to do.
Maybe it was a brain fart. They actually happen.
Oh yeah, they're pretty common, especially when you get into a high intense game.
Yeah, it's probably the tension as well of playing such an important game.
Yeah, trying to keep your numbers high so you try to
But I think he
eliminate them
will.
fast
He's a
as you
smart. No, go ahead.
just he's trying to eliminate them as fast as he can to eliminate any dangers, but forgetting about the poison.
Yeah, or maybe he miscalculated the medic turns. Like he thought that the medic would be able to heal him. That actually makes sense as a.
Yeah, that's another thing that can be easily forgotten in these games.
Oof.
Oh,
I think
that
here
could
he
be
tried
quick.
to go for the double, but the double would have been actually meaningless because, well, the medic could have been
Yeah,
able
he
to
was
kill to heal the other one.
And he has no targets to heal. He's the only one that's taking
Yeah, I
damage.
think I know whose was. Ah, fuck. I'm lost in grammar. I think I know who he tried to, like, borrow this strategy from. So we've seen a couple of players actually go for this, which is a very smart way to deal with an enemy that has the MOMA. Which is to just focus on one pig, try to kill him, so when the medic takes his turn, he has nobody to heal.
That's a good point too. I did not know you could walk there.
I didn't know that either.
Aim for the sapper, which is a good idea.
But the thing is, I would have gone there and used the cattle prod to make them close. Never mind, he was gonna be next, so...
I think he could have used his jetpacks though to push the paratrooper down. I don't know if he had any left.
I don't remember. But anyway, he got a 32, which is a pretty good bazooka shot.
38.
38?
I think it was, because he's on 52 now. He's on 9.
Oh, okay, then it was a 38. For some reason, my eyes saw 32.
Yeah, we'll make it. We'll make it, man.
We'll make it there. I think the game is pretty balanced so far, despite JackZ going first, which is a huge deal on this map.
Yeah, this is probably one of the more times where I would say that it's pretty evenly distributed so far.
And as it always happens, the pigs are just bunching up on one corner.
Oh yeah. And there's not going to be any water damage in this game, I think we can say safely.
Yeah. No swimming this time. Now, that's a pretty interesting situation. I wonder how that's gonna resolve.
Yeah, because I think JackZ's paratrooper is next, so that scout's going to be stuck there for a turn.
And then you got the two medics right there. I think the scout is gonna... Oh, what?
Okay.
Does he want to make it a foursome? And he does.
Oh my gosh, that's... I don't know what he's planning on there, but I'm curious to see what he's going to do.
And I don't think I've ever seen 4 pigs, 2 per team, in a cluster.
No. I've seen 3, but never 4.
Yeah, and 2 per team even. That's even weirder.
Yeah, so you can attack there, but you're going to take pretty much equal amount damage.
Which is probably why JackZ is thinking about focusing on the other one. Just gonna go for his jetpack. He's afraid of the out of bounds, but he does get a 20. Uh-oh. There's a chance. Oh, wait, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Oh. Whoa, that was a second explosion there.
No, there wasn't.
I swear that was.
I didn't hear it for once, and I don't think there's been any, rumble except the first one. What?
Well, we're both going crazy.
I completely missed the number of...
I think he was a 26.
Okay. So still pretty even, I would say. There's not been highlights, really, in this
No,
big
both
L.
grenadiers are down, and, well, we got a 4-way body block over there.
Definitely
that's all that's happened.
Definitely a change of pace, and since one-way system, which was not as crazy as the old one-way system was, but definitely intense.
It's still pretty crazy considering what we've changed.
I know, but at least it's fair.
Yeah, it was fair crazy.
Which is a good, the good kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we now have... It's hard to count because of that 4 pigs cluster there.
It'd be a 3v4. Yeah,
You're
JackZ
right,
has
3v4.
a medic paratrooper.
And surprisingly, I think Bogus is in front.
Yeah, I think Bogus is... Yeah, he still has a full health sapper just sitting there.
Interesting.
Just going for
I
the
still
straight
won't
40
say
game.
anything about the actual pig difference, because basically if Bogus wins this game, we're gonna have to talk about it. Unfortunately. I know it's very boring, but if it gets to 1-1, then at that point, we're gonna have to count the pigs.
Well, it could be interesting because it is. I think it is sliding in Bogus's favor here.
Yeah, I think JackZ needs not only to play it perfectly, but he needs a couple of mistakes from Bogus to turn it around.
Yeah. I would not do this body block. This is your last tranquilizer, and then there's 2 of you here.
To be honest, I would just destroy everything in there. Oh, but he was next, so... Kinda couldn't do anything else.
And, gotta start dealing with that scout sometime, though. I think that scout's...
The bad thing is that JackZ is also pretty... Like... doing pretty bad on the offensive side. The pigs he has left are a paratrooper, with I assume has no jetpacks. A scout and a medic, who is probably not gonna live through it.
Yeah, he's kind of occupied at the moment.
That's very worrisome for him, because he needs to get some kills.
Yeah, which is where this situation, the sapper is very crucial. Even if he's out of TNTs, those shrapnel grenades can be so devastating. But where you've got a paratrooper,
When did the
medic,
sapper die? Oh, yeah, it was...
Yeah, his sapper just died a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his max damage right now is 45, and that's with the rifle burst.
Yeah. I think he needs to just focus on one pig at a time and get as many kills as he can, because like I said, it looks like and unless Bogus make some crazy mistakes, I think Bogus has got this one.
Yeah, he still has a full health sapper too.
Although you were right, the body block on the medic was not correct, because now it's going to be pretty hard to deal 35 damage to that yellow medic without causing significant damage to the other medic as well.
Yeah, you're kind of like, it should be kind of basic practice to not body block with your last tranquilizer, but it is pretty easy to forget in the heat of the moment.
And I think 45 is a pretty awkward number for this situation, but Bogus is quick to think of a remedy here. If he can make the scout go there as well.
That looks good to me.
I think he's going to be slightly on the right side. Yeah, no, the bounce. Oh, he's dead.
Good. Oh, he's dead. Never mind, but he's down to 30
9
HP.
on the medic, but he goes now. So...
Oh.
That's a heal plus a tranquilizer. Who will he tranquilize? That's the question.
Yeah, I want to say the medic, but the medic doesn't have any more tranquilizers to use against.
I would just go for tranquilizing the next one.
Yeah, which should be the paratrooper, I believe.
If anything, it's the only chance to give your medic a possibility of having another turn.
Yeah, because he only has 26 health. That's pretty easy to deal with.
But nonetheless, I cannot blame JackZ, who does not have enough time to think about it and just goes for the medic.
Honestly, I might have thought of even using the rifle burst there to save a tranquilizer.
Ooh, that would have been a pretty good move to go for this guy. If he knew that he was next. He was only on 61.
But does he have any TNT left?
Yes, he does.
He does have one TNT.
And to be honest, I would put an end to it. Right there.
Yeah, there's no point in keeping that medic alive anymore.
Actually, you know what an even smarter thing to do would be? Shotgun your own medic so that the blast makes yellow medic go below 10.
Yeah, that'd been smart, but either way, he won't lose a turn now, but he won't gain a turn either.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's pretty unlucky. But yeah, 3v1, and like I said, pig difference is incredibly important at this point, so JackZ has a lot of work to do. He needs to pick a target, and I think Leatherhose will be it.
I think Leatherhose is the only one he has a chance of killing here.
Is the other one on full health as well?
I don't think he's quite on full health, but he's pretty high.
I definitely remember the other sapper being on 150.
Yeah, I don't know about the paratrooper.
The one that's currently behind the camera, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, he's body blocking. Okay, that actually makes a little bit of sense. You can still do that on 125.
Yeah. You can still take a little bit of punishment here, but I don't see him winning.
That's a paratrooper. It's crucial how much that paratrooper has. It's crazy because this is turning into a math game.
He's at 76. And I think what Jackson's banking on here, because if he uses the bazooka, he has opportunity to kill his own pig.
If he does use the bazooka, he can most probably finish him off with jumping. If he doesn't get the full 40.
Oh, it's going for the corner.
Ooh, he can't stand there.
You can stand in a very specific spot on those holes, but it's not really worth going for. And I think he's gonna fall for the bait here.
Definitely props to Bogus, though. He's playing very well despite him being out of the tournament right now.
Oh, that's a good shot.
34, that's definitely possible to do 6 jumps.
Oh, and he's in a good spot for it. He's on a hill.
I think the maximum amount of jumps you can do in 30 seconds if you are perfect and if you start right next to the pig is 5, but we are playing on 45 seconds, so...
Yeah, I think you could even get 7 if you really push.
Yeah.
I would not aim for that sapper. You need the
Yeah, and he's aiming for the sapper from full health, so... Pretty bad move here, and also he didn't even start doing head jumps. He could have done just a couple to make it easier for him.
Yeah, because at this point you could... Okay. I would just use the shotgun, because even if it's only 30 damage, that's still... brings him down to 59. But he's going for it.
Ooh, he going for it. He doesn't get that much
It'll take a little extra
death
damage.
damage. But JackZ is now on 50, so... And he's down to 2v1, so can he get one kill before the game ends? That's the question.
He should be able to take out that
76. Yeah, just stop the body blocking and go for the paratrooper. You need to make him die.
Because that paratrooper's next, he can't kill you in one turn.
Exactly.
But...
But,
no.
okay, he went... Oh, no! Wait. I mean, that doesn't change anything, because, well, even if Bogus decides to use it... Oh, it's a special. It's okay. I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad. That would have been pretty bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how
it's actually so weird to see it in the menu.
It makes sense for a paratrooper to have it, at least.
Well, fair enough, yeah. But
it doesn't change a thing for JackZ.
No, it doesn't. I think he just missed his opportunity for a kill. And that means that Bogus will win with 2 pigs alive.
Yep. Now, if I was JackZ, I would just go out.
I actually need to check the math one more time before we go to game 3, because I want to make sure...
You're getting your facts right.
Yeah. I mean, if JackZ wins game 3, that's very easy. He just gets the 3 points and goes in 2nd place. But if Bogus actually wins, that's a different story.
It's all to play for here. Like, we still don't have a determined player, especially now that we're going to game 3.
Yeah. It's going to be so weird if Crypto actually makes it. Not because Crypto's a bad player. No, that's not what I'm implying. But because he lost the first 2 games. He lost the first 2 games, so he now actually has a chance to make it just by watching this game. JackZ versus Crypto is going to game 3. Bogus wins. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So, like I said, we're gonna just do a double check while we switch to game 3, which will be on New Hillock.
Very interesting, the map to end things off, too.
Yeah. Alright, we are ready to play on New Hillock. We're just gonna quickly go through the lineups. Bogus is playing Paratrooper, Grenadier, Sapper, Medic, Scout. And JackZ is playing Grenadier, Medic, Sapper, Para-Sapper. So, like we said before, it is now only a matter between JackZ and Crypto, because Bogus, even if he wins, he will be 1 point of set difference below both of them. So he will be 4th no matter what. But if Bogus wins, then Crypto and JackZ are tied in points, in set difference, and in number of sets won, which would mean we would go to pig difference. And we didn't actually tell the players because they agreed that they didn't want to know, but JackZ needs to kill 2 pigs to be automatically qualified.
And I think that's going to be very doable from this start. I'm going to deal with mines.
Yeah. Oh, and JackZ went first. That's crucial already. I didn't even notice because I was so into the math.
And he has jetpacks now, too. This Grenadier is essentially as strong as a hero.
Yeah. That's the main problem for me with playing with 45 seconds. I agree that it's good to let... Wow. That was the most knockback I've ever seen from a cluster. Wow.
95 damage with that.
Yeah. Although 4 was from the full damage, but still. Like I was saying, it is easier for an less experienced player to travel around with 45 seconds, but then there's maps like this one where there's like 2 crates that are important, With 30 seconds, you wouldn't be able to collect both of them, but of course, with 45 seconds, you can. And that's the main problem why I strongly disagree with, you know, playing with more than 30 seconds on Hogs War League.
Yep, I can agree with that. I would just use the TNT or body block.
So, something we actually haven't said yet is that the other 5 players who have qualified for the playoffs, which are Candyman, Revan, Fab, JJ, and Peckies, already know their spot on the ladder, and so we know that the player who comes out of this mess, I would say, because Group A cannot be described better as a mess than as a mess.
First mess.
Will play against Peckies.
There.
And
And that's going to be a hard start right there. Pegasus is a very formidable foe.
although, to be fair, the alternatives were Fab and JJ, which are also experienced players. And then there's Candyman and Revan, who debuted this year in Grunt League, but they have shown that they have pretty good potential. I mean, they are already in the semifinals because they were so good in the group stage with their score.
That could be crucial. He does need to do a lot of damage to that.
If you look at the minimap right now, it looks like the yellow pigs are defending the middle island, and then just the others are just, you know...
They're just kind of there.
No, I don't remember the word. Like, they're coming from all sides. Like, oh, surrounding. Surrounding, that's the word I was looking for.
Ooh, and there you go. There's Jack's first kill.
Wait, how did that paratrooper come up there?
Jetpack.
Yeah, but did he not take the TNT?
He did take the TNT. He didn't use it, though.
That's weird.
And now Jack's is 1 kill in.
Yeah, I know. This is basically going to be a countdown now. I actually thought it was going to be more than 2 kills, but yeah. Basically, this kill means that he's now completely tied with Crypto. So 1 more kill will be enough.
It would be hilarious if he didn't get another kill.
And crazy as it sounds, it would actually mean that, because we have that rule, when 2 people are tied on everything, they would play a single best-of-1 tiebreaker.
Which is entirely possible.
And it's crazy. I think we should change that one. We should make it a normal best-of-3, because that's kind of insane. To just bank it all up.
The likelihood of it happening is so small. This is the only time we really had it come down to numbers.
And it's basically only happening because we had so many delays in Group A. Because normally we keep, like, we have a days system, which is actually a week system when you think about it. But there's always 2 games in each group playing in the same week. And we actually do it like this. When we go to the last week, we keep the first game's result as a secret to the guys that play the second game, so that they don't know exactly how many pigs they need to kill, how many rounds they need to kill, so that it's a fairer game, you know?
Yeah, that was a bit overshot. But it doesn't matter because Bogus will lose that turn.
I mean, it was going to be a technical kind of explanation, a technical kind of commentating tonight anyway, but man, I really didn't hope it would get to 3rd game, to be honest.
In a way, kind of dreaded it, but now that I know how close it could be, I'm actually really excited.
I know. And remember, JackZ agreed to not know the number, so he right now doesn't know what he needs to do. He just agreed that it's better to not know, to just play for the win, which makes total sense, by the way.
Yes, it would be a lot more pressure on him to know he had to kill 2. But now that he doesn't know...
Because imagine, for example, if he had to kill 4. That would be a psychological nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, because you would essentially have to win.
Yeah, you
I
would.
you still go for the win anyways, but
Your brain would be like, I need to play to win, I need to play to win, but then you would eventually, like, unconsciously, start thinking about getting kills.
yeah, you'd be playing with the long mindset, whereas he's still playing with just a
I
normal
really
competitive mindset.
wish that I don't ever find myself in that situation.
Oh, that was not a good flip.
Yep.
And I think we're gonna see his second kill right about now, because I don't think that Grenadier can take another hit.
I will say, so far, maybe even a double kill. So far, JackZ is playing very well, but Bogus is making a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
Probably a little bit drained by the competition. And I will say, fair play and GG to Bogus, because he was actually one of the players that didn't have any availability problems in Group A. One of the few players who didn't.
Yeah.
But then he got his account hacked, so it was like problems kept piling up in Group A, and we got like weeks and weeks of delays. Like, I think Bogus, there was like an entire month between his second game and his third game.
Yeah, I think so. And then, like we said, this was the week 2 game
Yeah, because
that we're finally getting around to.
it was actually supposed to be Bogus versus Raging Looney. But then
Yes, and then
Looney had a
drop.
personal problem and had to withdraw, which at which point we called in JackZ. It was just a random commenter on other league videos, on other matches videos. It was like, yeah, I can join. And now he's basically in the playoffs. Another thing I want to say, I'm not commentating the match at all, but just another thing I want to say is that in advance, in afterthought, it was probably not a great idea to have Grunt League in this period of the year, so we will actually think about moving it either earlier or later in the year. My guess would be earlier, but and it was partly my fault because when somebody suggested, why don't we start Grunt League in March, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a great idea, but then I didn't think that so many people would be busy with, like, for example, university. That was like the main theme of people not being available.
Yeah, like over half of the players had trouble working around the schedule of university. But
And still, that doesn't mean it's a big problem, because we had 2 groups out of 3 that went completely smooth. There was no delays. But Group A was just, my god, problem after problem. I'm so glad that we finally get to get it done with this game. There's actually going to be, I think, another 2 weeks before we actually get to play the playoffs. So far,
we determined
that the weekend of the playoffs would be. Wait, I don't actually remember the exact numbers. I was thinking it was like 18th and 19th of June, something like that. It's a Saturday and Sunday, so you know what kind of range that is. But of course, we still don't have technically one of the qualified players, so we'll have to confirm with them. We'll have to confirm with the organizer. I will try to put out a trailer to confirm the date 100%. But yeah, let's hope just everything goes smoothly. And it looks like JackZ, in the meantime, is winning by a landslide here.
Yeah, Jackson's kind of playing his best game so far. And that's a great team, too.
Was he on full health? I think he was, because he...
He was, but still a lot of damage, and Bogus loses a lot of third.
There's even potential for a survival bonus here.
That'd be one way to win it.
Oh, if he went for the jetpack on the scout here, that would have been devastating.
Yeah, but he could still get hit his own Grenadier. But his Grenadier has 102, so
yeah,
not that.
Well, I'm imagining he was going to go for the scout because you need, in this map, you need to take advantage of an enemy that's next to the water.
Yeah, it's the drum. Tries again. Or no, just gonna stick
I know. I like these maps that have a kind of theme of them. Like, you heal. Oh, that was very unfortunate.
That's just insulting.
Uhillock has the thing of being careful around water. One-way system has positioning. That's very important. I like these maps where like there's a specific detail that you need to take care of.
Yes. I would much rather play on this map and one-way system than like Chill Hill, if I'm honest.
Well, Chill Hill is a different kind of beast because yes, it is very maze-like, but the artilleries kind of give it a spice, you know?
Oh yeah, it's the only map with them, but at the same time, they
Ooh.
also make the match trudge on.
So Bogus, they're actually trying to go for the double, but
He cut it off a little early, I think.
yeah, he noticed that
think
he
it
was
had
going
potential.
right for his orderly, so he had to stop the gas. That was
Only a 30
pretty
with that
fair
one.
shrapnel, but only get the 30.
But he's down to 50, so there's not a whole lot left he can do.
Yeah.
2 tanks left.
2 tranks left, and in two enemies, 2 tranks are still pretty powerful.
But who do you go for? 'Cause
My
the Medic,
god, there's
I think
just
that
so
Medic's
many
out of
yellow
trade.
pigs.
Yeah, it's a 2v5 situation. And I think, honestly, I think the Medic is the lowest health pig on JackZ team.
Really?
Yeah, because Grenadier's still at 102.
Bogus really didn't play that well.
Yeah, I like the orderly's down at 77. That's still a lot of health. That's another kill.
And that's 4v1. There could be a survival bonus right now, but it doesn't really matter because, like we said, man, there's a lot of poison and tranquilizing on the yellow team. But anyway, he will get
Overshot.
something. That was very weird.
I'll lose that turn.
He
Yeah,
actually,
the orderly is the lowest health pig.
wow. He actually could have gained a turn if it was a full 50, I think, on the paratrooper there.
Yeah, he could have. But he'd have to go over there and jump on his head one time.
But this could potentially be it.
I don't think a TNT will finish yet, but
Yeah, there's a lot of water next to him.
oh yeah.
I think it will be
I
more
thought
than
the wall
enough
was there.
to deal a 13, which is what the scout would have left if he gets a 50 damage. But wow, I don't... Okay,
Oh, slipping back
wait.
down.
He'll
He'll take a little damage.
take the damage, but I don't think I've ever seen a survival bonus victory on Uhillock.
Well, here you go.
So congratulations to JackZ, that was a very fast game. But he
Very
managed
well
to...
played.
Managed to win, managed to get to 9 points, and he does get the 2nd place in Group A, which means that he will face Pekis in the first game, if I remember correctly, of
The playoffs.
Saturday's games. So yeah, this is how the playoffs is gonna go. We're gonna have the 2 first rounds on Saturday with JackZ versus Pekis as the first game, and Fab versus JJ as the second game. And then on Sunday, we're going to go on with semifinals and the final, which is where Candyman and Revan will come in. So, thanks to all the players who participated in Grunt League group stage. We're finally done with it, and we hope to have you guys watch the playoffs, and we hope to have a lot of fun. So, herpderp, what do you want to end this with?
Well, like you said, thanks to everybody who have watched, and thanks to everybody who has took the time out of the day and played. And very well played too, even those who did not make it into the playoffs. You still did very well.
Yes, it was a pretty entertaining Grunt League, and we will see you guys in the playoffs.